We don't have anything on Discord. Okay, good to go. Hello. Welcome to the 1K World Cup. It's the semi-finals. Woo!
Yahoo!
So we were going to be having the match between Malaysia A and Czechoslovakia, but Czechoslovakia decided to forfeit as they don't really have the players to field for this match. That's okay. They made it pretty far in this tournament as seed 21, being the only kind of significant kind of upset in the very early stages. But here we are. So what do we do now? We're going to bring you probably arguably the most important match of the whole tournament. This is between Australia A and China. This is a winner's bracket, meaning that the winner of this match is guaranteed top 3 on that podium. So I'm Teezel, joined by none other than NHawk. Give me your thoughts on this.
Well, you're telling me this is the most important match of this tournament, but I hear later on, tomorrow, big things are going to be happening between the Japan and UK team. So, who knows? This could be it or it could be that.
But we do need to get through this one first.
Of course.
So we already have our players in the lobby there, ready to go. So the main differences this week compared to last week is, of course, other than the pool being harder, we also have an additional speed map and an additional SV map. So yeah, we can't just ban out the one SV map unless both teams decide to ban SV themselves. But, you know, I feel like we're more than likely to kind of see more, at least one SV map played per match. Because I don't really see ourselves getting to a position where both teams just choose to ban both of them. It feels like it'd be a bit of a silly situation, but, you know, anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Yeah, let me say so. Alright, so it's a shame we don't have pick'ems, because normally right at the beginning I like to go over kind of the general kind of audience's thoughts on what will kind of go on with this match. So I feel a bit lost. It's like my routine's been broken. But let's get the pop-out chat and see what I'm saying. In the meantime, we're gonna go for a warm-up. And this is Noel by Moriatsushi versus Uma. A semi-finals map from Joke 2. A bit of a speed map, but the actual really fast parts are kind of nerfed to be a bit slower, so it's not too bad. It's doable.
You have a favourite for this one, Teezel? Are you Australia or China? Who would you?
I hate both of them.
You hate both of them? Okay, okay.
I won't.
A little bit biased in the competition here, are you? Perhaps.
Like, if I'm seeing both of these teams get like awful scores, like, you know, I'll be, oh no, they're doing their best. But inside, I'm gonna be really happy because that just means that my team has a better chance of getting through and beating these teams. So.
Of course.
I mean, I know more people on the Australian team, and by knowing more,
you know
I
them
know one of
because you loathe them.
One thing I'm noting here is one of the players on the side of China using a really low scroll speed.
It really stands out there.
It does, yeah. That's one thing I find quite funny about Mania. Oh, there we go, there's the audio.
Yeah.
One thing I find kind of funny is that because you can choose your own scroll speed, it just shows each individual player's scroll speed, so it just kind of looks all over the place. But I kind of like that. It's the slight bit of chaos that you need.
Absolutely. How do you think the scroll speed influences their play, generally speaking?
Generally, a lot of people prefer a higher scroll speed because it allows them to more easily differentiate between the patterns that are coming up on their screen. Kind of get a better idea of the snapping, how many notes are part of it, etc. But I guess if you're just a player that is used to the lower scroll speed, then, you know, if you go with something way faster than you're comfortable with, you're just not going to be able to read it effectively. You're just going to be getting lost and it's like too fast, you can't process the notes. So
Absolutely.
I guess, you know, they've probably given a varied amount of things a go, and this is what works for them. So that's all that's important. But on this first warm-up, Australia A are going to be the team taking the win.
Was that Australia's map, or was that China's warm-up map?
I don't really know.
It's anybody's game!
It's a warm-up, it doesn't really matter. We don't even need to do a 1 key warm-up. They can, as long as it's playable in Osu, like, they can play it as the warm-up.
There's some real mind games there. It's not some, like, catch maps for the warm-up.
So
They wouldn't know what hit 'em.
Noel was Australia's warm-up.
Okay.
So let's see if China has a response.
Are they going to get straight into the game?
Okay, they have a warm-up. They've posted the link. It is a mania map. What will it possibly be?
Crazy donkey.
This is mapped by one of the players on Team China, so I have
Okay, so
no
this
idea
could
what to
be
expect.
absolutely anything.
Yeah. I see it's 2.9 star, which isn't too high, but it's also like 46 seconds. The difficulty name is also meme.
Yeah.
So, not too sure what I'm expecting with this map.
I'm expecting something a little unusual, but who knows? It could be very normal.
Yeah.
I
I want something that's just completely
there.
unsight readable so that China destroys Australia here.
Crazy donkey. Here they go.
The craziest of donkeys has arrived on the scene. Taking it on are Sparxe, Iron, Leisbig V, and Lube 01.
Leisbig V. I feel like there's got to be a proper way to say this.
Probably. Oh, it's a nice V-map.
Yeah. Australia are holding it together despite the unfamiliar map produced by one of their opponents.
Oh, lots of accuracy drops from Sparxe on a miss, puts the lead over to China.
Look at the accuracy from Iron there. Incredible stuff on an unfamiliar map.
Absolutely, yeah. Looks like it's a fairly simple map mechanically, just as the start and stop SV to things look a bit more difficult than they really are.
Double slip up.
China do take the win on their warm-up. Both Iron and Lies with the really good ratio there. Both with over 1,000 score. But with that, that's the warm-up's done. Thank you for watching. We'll see you at the next match. Goodbye.
Steady on now, we're only just getting into it.
Yeah, I guess we can do a couple more.
We can have a few maps.
But we have to choose the maps. So we'll give them this this array of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 14 maps to choose from.
Serious choices here.
Absolutely. we thought we'd be kind of kind, and you know what? They each get to ban one as well.
You're so generous.
Today's
today.
extra bonus.
What do you think of this pool that we have today? Any
I
favorites?
think it's a pretty cool one. I think we got pretty lucky, considering there were quite a few maps that could have been spun that really just would not fit with a lot of these other maps. I think what we have here is actually like a fairly well-rounded pool. First we're going to be getting rid of Edelweiss, which is Hybrid 1. I think the Rice pool, the 4 maps of Rice, are actually probably like the least balanced part of this map pool. But they're still not too bad. There's a couple of outliers here and there, but...
We could see some upsets there.
Possibly, yeah. And there goes Rice 4, probably one of the most problematic maps of the pool. Has some very interesting timing changes that are really difficult to just get right. And when you only have one shot in a tournament match, messing it up is just all over.
We can see here actually the Chinese team have been quite tactical with this one because they've banned the map made by one of the members of the Australian team. They've taken off Edelweiss by Sparxe.
True, yeah. Yeah, the mapper's advantage is real. However, let's hope for China doesn't get to tiebreakers. That was a collab between Jaye and Sparxe, so...
Wow. It would be great to see a tiebreak today, but we'll just have to see how it goes.
And we're going to start off with Australia's pick on LN2, which is Elevator. This is a map from Joke 3, part of the semi-finals pool, along with our other LN map this week, which is the 89's Momentum by UK. So, yeah, this map is... I don't really know how to describe it. It's just a good map.
It's just you heard it here first, everybody. It's just a good map.
There's just a
not
good
much
map.
to be said about it. It's just a good map.
I'd say it's probably the more mechanically intensive of the two. It still definitely has its challenges in the long note kind of department of like release timings and just reading and all that. It's a pretty solid map, just fits exactly perfectly within this pool.
Excellent, and here we go.
I wonder what kind of scores Australia has if they feel confident enough to pick this map first. Often you'll see teams kind of picking maps where, I don't know, like, they have like a clear advantage on it, but I feel like, maybe I'm just forgetting the statistics, let's have a look, but I feel like this map shouldn't be favoured either way. Let's have a look.
Well, pretty balanced out the door.
So what we do see is that Australia got second place and first place on both the long note maps last week. But China didn't play any, and so far they're in the lead.
So it sounds like the Australians have put in a lot of work here, but it might not be paying off.
It is kind of flickering back and forth though. These accuracies are incredibly high.
Oh wow.
It's genuinely just coming down to ratio. Formulous 000 with slightly lower accuracy than everyone else in the lobby, down at 99.7, giving Australia very, very slightly double about 1,000 points.
Oh.
We're genuinely in this situation where like singular 200s will change the course of this map. We have a third of it still left to go, a bit more of a technical section here. With 1-3 and Minato is the player to miss, giving Australia a really good lead here for the first time this map. 40,000 points.
What another miss.
Yeah, and this is pretty much the outro now. It doesn't get any more difficult than this, so I think Australia have this one in the bag. Yeah, that was it. Really, really back and forth, just the whole map until those misses. That could have gone either way without them.
Absolutely.
So we'll see. It's kind of hard to tell the ratios because when you pick up some misses, you're going to start picking up a bunch of extra lower accuracy here and there. But I think just looking at the ratios themselves, I think Australia A probably would have taken that one. Iron with the 62 100s and 1 200. Sparxe with the 1 200 as well. Formless with only 2. Minato being the only player to find some misses. And that was pretty much all in one section as well. They held on incredibly strongly other than that. So off to a really good start. But we're over to China for their first pick.
You have the right one.
Interesting. This map is really, really difficult. It's got a lot of bursts. Hybrid 3 last week and Hybrid 1 last week were both quite bursty maps, so I'm gonna take a look at player scores on those. And they were barely played at all.
Okay.
Neither team played either of them in match, so we're honestly pretty blind into what we can expect from both of these teams. However, I definitely think Australia do have a good shot on this. Iron is a player that is consistently kind of a player that really, really grinds the top level. So the bursts on this map shouldn't be anything out of the ordinary for them, but you can always encounter just like a key lock. It's really easy just to choke something. But China must feel confident on this one as well if they're willing to pick it first. And once again into the intro, we're back and forth between the players. No one letting up at all.
So incredibly close.
Yeah, it's just constantly jumping back and forth. These bursts have not caught anyone out so far. I don't think anyone's even dropped a singular 200. Everyone is above 99.9 accuracy. Sparxe being the first player to drop a 200 though, passing lead over to China. Lice misses though.
Oh,
We have a couple more bursts.
lead is growing.
Yeah, we have a 10,000 score lead in favour of Australia, but it's easy to lose it on this style of map as we just saw.
We're only halfway in. Anything could change.
Bit of a slow section here. And everyone is only hitting rainbows. Here we go. More bursts in the section. There is opportunity for Australia to make more mistakes.
Oh, just like
Iron
that.
missing actually, yeah, I barely saw that. But it looks like
Is it going to be
the
enough?
sport is
It's
trying to go over
equalising.
to the side of China.
Oh,
it's flickering
It's
back
going
over.
forwards. Oh,
They've
China's
got the
pulling
combo
away.
advantage. They just have to keep on these final bursts. Every single note matters here.
Oh, wow, what a
And
switch.
China are gonna take it barely. What a crazy performance from every single player there. The highest 300 count was 64. That is incredible. We have a double S from Formless, a V1 double S. Lice with the double S, bar their one miss. Sparxe with a singular 200, and Iron with the 3 200s, one miss. That all came from one section. So this is what I mean by this is probably the most important match of the weekend. With the way these two teams are playing, and have been playing throughout the tournament, it's genuinely just whatever happens on the day is just like, it could be completely different if you played the match 3 hours from now again.
Absolutely, and doesn't that just make for the best games?
Absolutely. Oh, okay. Alright, we've had it too easy. We've had Ellen too, it's an alright map. We've had Disorder, we have some bursts there. We're gonna kick it up right to probably the most difficult map of this pool, which is Angel, which is Hybrid 3. When I saw this map get spun, my immediate reaction was, like, this could be in the finals pool, and it just wouldn't look at a place at all. It's really difficult, very mechanically intense, and very burst heavy. Just has a bit of everything.
And this one is also mapped by Sparxe. So will we see that mapper advantage coming into play? Who knows?
Yeah, this is the kind of map that I think Iron will do very good on. Iron is one of those players that will just continue to scale very, very well into the late stages. However, I'm not too sure how Sparxe will do on this one. Seems like they're going to be the player, the second player for Australia, A here. We have Minato and Formless for China.
There's two kinds of OS players, as I've seen it. There's the ones who sit and wait patiently for the map to start, and the ones who spam the buttons really quickly before anything goes off. And you have to see which one are you.
I normally just like if the intro is skippable, I will skip it every time.
I will too, but I'll also I'll give it a little bit of just a a little finger warm up, just
yeah. Got to make sure the key's actually working.
Absolutely.
This is looking pretty good for Australia so far. 30,000 score lead in their favour, a third of the way into the map. Both players inside of China have picked up a miss somewhere.
Picked up a couple. Form's picked one up at the beginning.
Yep.
And Minato's got one
more
a moment ago. That is a big lead.
Yeah, if Australia just keep playing like this, they're not going to be losing this map at all. China have recovered incredibly well though. Both players only have kind of that one miss under their belts.
Oh, you've cursed them, look at them go again, oh dear.
Oh, awful. How could I do this? Yeah, with those misses from Minato, it's up to 75,000, yeah, so it's going to be really difficult for China to be able to come back on this one.
Oh, I'm not seeing a comeback, I'm going to level with you. I'm not seeing it happening.
I don't think a comeback is too possible here.
That's tough for Minato.
There we go. Very good pick by Australia. A double full combo from them.
What do you think? Were the Australians ready for that one? I reckon they had to be.
Oh, Iron got a V1 double S on Angel.
Wow.
And Sparxe only 7/200s. That is insane. How? I don't think we'd see anything like that this weekend. I mean, China's scores are like really good. That's more what I was expecting from teams this week. But Australia have just destroyed my expectations. Alright, back over to China here, and they're gonna stick with Rice. They're gonna go for Rice 3. This is a bit of an easier map in the pool. It's an old one though, so the OD is 10, so the accuracy is really, really important. But from what we've seen with these players so far, hopefully it shouldn't be too much of an issue. This is a stream map at 175 BPM, so honestly, I feel like this map is slightly easy for this day. So it's that ratio between the 300s and 320s is going to be really, really important.
On the overall points though, we are seeing a real tug of war. It's back and forth between Australia and China here.
Yeah, fortunately for them, things are fairly stable. They're winning their own picks.
Yeah.
Which we definitely didn't see last week in the UK versus USA. There was a lot of breakpoints back and forth at the beginning of that match. So things are probably going as expected for both of these teams. Let's see how both of these accuracy powerhouses do on an OD10 stream.
And exceptionally well seems to be the answer. This is neck and neck with only a tiny lead growing.
Yeah, and fortunately for China, it is on their side on their pick. This is a long one as well. This is almost 3 minutes.
A serious test of their endurance here.
And Okura Risona being the first player to miss, and that's going to be huge on this on a map like this.
The lead is already completely flipped, and now it's pulling away from the Australian side. That is unfortunate for them. On their own pick too.
Yeah, it just kind of means Australia needs to hold on consistently with this one, and they should have it. Because it's the kind of
long map
where,
though. Anything could happen.
It's the kind of map where China aren't going to be able to come back from it just through accuracy alone. Like, Australia are going to have to find misses of their own. And there's
Just
one!
like that! You are really cursing the players today. This is incredible stuff.
I've been practicing for years. How Sparxe
Trusting
managed
your
to
little
get a
team
single miss
themselves.
in the middle of a stream and immediately recover is beyond. But that's going to make things a lot more doable for the China comeback on this map.
We are nearly bounced out again. It is starting to equalise.
Yeah, just hovering in between kind of 1.5 to 2,000 points difference in favour of Australia.
Accuracy is leaning slightly towards Australia. Not by much at all.
Yeah, it's literally just a difference of ratio, I think. I think I'm seeing Okura Risona kind of the player picking up the most non-rainbow 300s, but it's still so close. All that needs to happen is Australia just have a slight mistime on 2 notes or so, hit 200s and pass lead back over to China. And it looks like something has happened because we were constantly going between like 1.5 to 2,000, now we're going between 1,000 and 1,500. We're on the final streams though, something has to happen here for Australia to pass lead back over to China.
It's getting slightly closer to China. We're seeing 3 digits. Oh, and it's over. With 600 points in it.
Yeah, Australia
Wow.
taking that. Barely 688 points. Taking
That is
a really important break point.
That has got a sting for China on their own pick for
Absolutely.
such a sliver of a win for Australia.
Because if you look at the ratios, it is actually in favor of China. I'm pretty sure there over Australia, but just those unfortunate 2 misses and 1 100 from Okura Risona is kind of what made that big difference there. And Minato with the Scorpio 1 double S. We're seeing quite a few of those this match, which is incredible. So we've clearly not reached the peak for this player yet. For these players yet, rather.
So what are we going to see up next in Australia? They're going to be determined to hammer home a point at this point, I'm sure, and secure their lead.
Oh, here we go. We have our first SV map. And the thing that I forgot to note at the very beginning, when we had our bans, we didn't get a single SV map ban, which is really interesting. Because I was seeing earlier this week, Sparxe on the side of Australia A was saying like, oh, Spider Tank is a really cool map, never got to really practice it when I played it, like back in the day, when it came out in Joke 3. And then China were like, oh, guess we'll just ban it then. But they didn't.
They didn't? Oh.
So, honestly I'm not too sure what to call this map anymore, because everyone refers to it as a left null, but in the background it literally says a left 0, so I don't know.
Oh, well.
But this one is an absolute classic. Most people that have played a rhythm game within the past sort of, like 8 years or so will have probably heard this song. And NHawk off to a bad start, mistiming the ending of that long note, picking up an early miss.
Well, you never want to miss, but if there's a time to miss, you might as well do it right at the start.
Absolutely. Get rid of those full comboing nerves by just missing.
Yeah, just get it out of your system and get into the map.
We have the teleporting note section. The 200 from NHawk. But that score lead has shrunk from the very beginning. It's now about 3,500. And now we have the speed up section. Very easy to start, kind of miss timing.
Yep.
And it does get
they all
faster and
holding it
faster.
together. There's a bit of an Australian lead growing.
Yeah, it seems to be growing. Looks like China have struggled with the BPM increase slightly. Alright, we have the start and stop section. A 200 coming out from Iron, but that accuracy is still really high. Both players on the side of Australia have higher accuracies than the players on the side of China, with a 13,000 point lead going to the final section. They should be good as long as they don't forget the timings.
That is a Teezel curse cast upon them right now. Let's see how this turns out. Could be an unbelievable change in only a moment.
Nah, they've got this one. They've listened to the song enough to know how it goes. In saying that though, they did lose a lot of lead. They were about 14,000 now at 5.5.
No! You have got to stop doing this to the players!
The double miss on the final
Miss
LN.
at the end, oh my god.
The double miss on the final LN from Australia passes the lead over to China at the last second. Meaning
That is almost
that the break
slapstick.
point that Australia fought so hard to get with the score lead of, what was it, 600, 800 points? They gave it back to China already. I think. Or China now have the opportunity. Yeah, China now have the opportunity to tie this up again as we're onto their pick. No way.
That was crazy. What are we gonna see next? The banana slip sound just like adds so much to the moment as well. We're back to Rice maps, Rice 2.
Yeah, I mean, China have very, very good accuracy. It makes sense.
Absolutely.
Australia did ban Rice. Seems like they made a very good decision there.
I think so.
This map is the style of map. It's more of a swing. But if you don't know what swing is, I don't really know what to tell you. You can hear it in the song though. It's got like a slightly different rhythm going on.
Yeah.
So features a lot of kind of doublets and like even note patterns, but it also has some strange bursts and that going on. It's a very awkward map. Alright, here we go.
Ice back in, swapped in.
We still have Sparxe and Iron for Australia, though. Potentially at this stage, they've kind of become a two-person team. Just the two highest skill players, just kind of
They are
being the ones that are able to play everything the best.
absolute machines, but they might get tired out, you never know. A lot of maps.
Absolutely. There's definitely a lot of value in having the ability to swap out between all your players. But things are looking pretty good for China so far.
Yep, they're
They
pulling ahead.
do
there
have the lead. It is only just, but let's see if they can hold on to it. Yeah, it's purely just coming down to ratio so far. We have a bit more of a technical section. Iron being the player to miss, though.
Oh, and twice.
And once again, have a really big lead here for China. Over 30,000 points, but lies with a miss. I think we're going to need to see a bit more, though, if Australia want to have a chance of coming back on this one.
Iron's accuracy has seriously suffered. I don't think anything apart from a double banana last minute slip could flip this one, but we have seen it.
Surely it won't happen. They won't forget that bit.
Surely it couldn't happen again.
Okay. They did remember the last 3 notes.
And we are equal in the scores again. Neck and neck. We really could see a tiebreak today.
Yeah, absolutely. Like if any match is going to go to a tiebreaker, it's going to be this one. But it's also probably the most exciting match to go to a tiebreaker as well, because there's so much on the line here.
Absolutely, it's all on the line.
Like, being that team to get that ticket into the finals, and guaranteed grand finals as well. Guaranteed that podium place. There might not be any prizes for second or third, but that's not important. It's all about the glory, the gloating rights. And we're back to an even 3-3.
Straight into Australia's pick with LN1.
Yeah, this one is really good. You'll notice almost every single note in this map is colored purple. That's because this is kind of a taste of in the later stages, we tend to get maps that are LN maps that are only long notes and no regular notes. So this is not 100% there, but it's pretty close. But in these cases, a lot of the long notes are so short that you can kind of treat them as regular notes, but you do still have to keep the release time.
Absolutely.
Also, UK is just a great artist. The music that they produce is just, it's so perfect for rhythm games, but it's also just, I really love their like whole style of just kind of mashing everything, so much like vocal chopping everywhere. It sounds so good.
I like the sound of this track, yeah. I think I might have to find it as well to my playlist after this. One of them.
Oh well, if you like this one, you'll also like the sequel, the 90s Conundrum or whatever it's called. I can't remember. It's embarrassing actually. Oh, what's it called? I don't think. No. The 90s Decision. I was going to say Situation. No, it's Decision.
You do not want to know about the 90s Situation.
What happened in the 90s?
Jaye told me I'm not allowed to talk about it.
Oh, okay. Moving on. The match! Yeah! Australia and China.
Could this be the 2030 situation? Or the 2020 situation, sorry.
I think we've got a couple of years to go till then.
Ooh,
Are we
and the
still finding
Australians
early
are
drop
pulling
once
away.
again? Oh, another miss on the burst from Okura is going to be really great for Australia on their own pick here. Yeah, it definitely seems like LN does lean more towards being a weakness for China.
But
at least compared
out
to
of
Australia.
LN maps, this is the last one they've got.
Yeah,
So what
absolutely.
are they going to do
So,
next?
a bit scary. Yeah, and a bunch of 200s coming from Okura on the doublets and PI.
Oh,
A miss from
and a
Sparxe
slip
though
from
is going to be pretty
Sparxe.
huge. I don't think it'll be enough to bring China back into the lead.
It's
But
taking things a lot closer.
Another singular mistake from Australia is going to be really scary for them. And there's still a third of the map left to go.
It's not done yet. Anything can happen.
Oh, and the doublet section that's really hard to hit. Okura is the player to miss, giving Australia a bit more breathing room into the outro.
Now, unless Australia pull one of their signature finisher moves, I think this point is going to be in their favour.
Yeah, they've got the lead all the way up to 23,000 now, so I think we're good.
And there it is, point for Australia. But it's still neck and neck with everybody winning their picks.
Yeah, very, very clean plays from both Iron and Formless with the full combo there. Both Sparxe and Okura finding a couple of misses here and there. But things kind of went as expected. Australia picked it, Australia won it. They kind of kept the lead for most of the map. Kind of what we expected here. We're over to China now though, and we're out of rice maps.
We're out of rice.
And we're also out of LN, so all we
LN.
have left is hybrid, speed, and one SV map left.
So are we going to
we
see
only
our
have one
first hybrid pick?
Yeah, we have one hybrid, and
Sorry, we already saw
honestly,
hybrid.
honestly, AO Infinity Hybrid 2 is probably their best pick here. And they've gone for it, and I'll explain why. It's not a hybrid map, it's just a race map.
It's just a rice. Alright, fair enough.
Like, if I could curate the pools, I would move AO Infinity from hybrid to rice and put it in last week's pool. Like, it has LN, but it doesn't feel like you're playing a hybrid map. It just feels like you're playing a rice map with some extra LN sprinkled in for flair. And it's not a difficult map. It's another stream map, faster than Shadow Castle that we saw earlier on in this match. But yeah, I think this is one of the maps that I was saying was that it doesn't feel like it quite fits in this pool.
Yeah, but it'll be interesting.
It's just kind of the result of this is from Joke 1, so all the way back in 2020, when the 1K scene was barely existent. So player skill was a lot poorer than it is now. So what players were playing in the semi-finals 4 years ago, very different to what players can play in the semi-finals nowadays. So this map is all about accuracy, and China is all about accuracy, so...
Yeah. At each other's heels there. That is so close.
Yeah, it will be easier to kind of tell who's in the lead a bit further into the map.
This is a long one.
Yeah, 3.5 minutes, and as well as it being a stream map, it's the stamina is really important. Here we go, slowly getting out of the outro.
About 200s coming through.
Alright. Neither team has the lead. It's back and forth. Waiting for the outro to end was not it.
Your guess is as good as ours. This could go absolutely anywhere at this point.
Yeah, and then we have these sections afterwards that are very simple. It kind of almost feels like purposely putting like an easy map into the pool, like one that is like really easy for the players, and just like seeing what happens.
I mean,
like, you can play the
tension is
hard
there.
stuff, but can you play the easy stuff? That's what this map feels
Yeah.
like to me. It feels like we might have maybe a lead in favour of Australia. It seems to want to stay more over on their side.
It's very slightly, but it does just keep bouncing backwards and forwards nonetheless.
Oh, now it's just even.
It's totally even.
And like, look at the accuracies. The worst accuracy we have in the whole lobby is 99.83. Yeah, I think we're slightly
There's
on the
a bit
right
of an
side now
Australian
with some
lead there.
accuracy drops, yeah. Saw a couple of 200s come out from Okura recently. But with everyone in the full combo, it is possible you could see someone from the side of Australia mess up. Sometimes when you play a map that is really easy, sometimes it feels too easy and then you just miss. What happened?
Or you get
And
like,
we're in the kind of situation where something like that happens, it's over.
you get those nerves, you know, it's easy, but you have to do it perfect, so you start to get a little
Yeah.
bit shaky, and it can slip just like
Absolutely.
that.
Score still in favour of Australia coming towards the outro. Got a couple of notes left. Surely no one will mess this up.
Surely not.
There's no timing changes, it's just the most basic form of rice possible. And there it is! Australia with another breakpoint. 2 double S's from the side of Australia. An 82 and a 134 300 play. China doing really well as well. Minato with 1 200, Okura with 2. Slightly worse ratios, but still a highly competitive score versus pretty much every other tournament in this every other team in this tournament rather. For the seeds, Australia is seed 2 and China is seed 3. And this is the winner's semifinals, so that's why this match is so close and so important.
What are we gonna see next? SV2.
China have
This
gone and done it. Yeah. Oh no, this is Australia's pick, sorry. This is Australia's pick. They're the ones going for SV here. Feels
Could
risky.
China have chosen to ban this after all? Is this going to finish our match today? I cannot wait to find out.
Absolutely. Because
Sparxe is saying this is going to be fun.
avoided speed. They haven't banned it, they haven't picked it, they've not even looked at it. So if China wins this one, we have to play a speed map. But China are probably going to focus more on getting through this map first, getting the win on it, before probably deciding which one they want to go for. This map is very, very exciting. It looks crazy. The SV done by Pato on this map is incredible. Spending a couple of years over the course of multiple tournaments developing different styles for making good looking SV on one key. So this map is mechanically very simple, other than kind of 2 or 3 sections where there's some interesting bursts or just a really, really tight doublet. So this map is a lot more about your memorization skills of the rhythms, and kind of less about the reading, but the reading is still a factor as well. Your ability to kind of play, though, is not tested too much. And what we can see here so far is that China have certainly practiced this one, as well as Australia. But China are the ones in the lead. They're the ones that really, really need this win. Australia, though, they need just to win this map. They want to close it out on this pick, their final pick, and get that ticket into the winners finals, knocking China down to the losers bracket. But China are still here fighting. They're taking a break, though. They're pretty tired. They need it.
They're just kind of chilling out, thinking about it for a minute. Oh, and here they're back into the action. And when they come back, Australia's grown a huge lead. I did not expect that. We don't even know how.
Formless is lagging behind. Formless.
Oh, okay, my bad. Sorry, my bad.
It took a wee bit extra time for them to load back in, so we have a desync, meaning that, yeah, that there's basically China's proper score is going to be like 2 seconds behind Australia's score, so it makes it really difficult to tell who is actually in the lead. But it looks like oh no, we're not syncing up.
Just gonna have to wait till they cross the line, I suppose.
If anything, it kind of makes it more exciting. It's like,
I think so too.
What are we going to get? Like,
yeah,
I think,
absolutely.
Looking purely at the accuracies, I think China's still in the lead with this one.
I think you would be right.
It's hard. It's hard. We have a pattern coming up very soon that will pretty much determine this map, I think, if any player misses. Where we have the infinity slider.
Infinity slider.
And every single player in the lobby has hit it.
Wow.
Sparxe missing.
Oh.
China's desynced and they still have the lead.
And they're winning. Oh.
It's not over
accuracy held by iron.
Map. There are some really, really tricky notes right at the very end of the map. The timing is super difficult on them. Getting the perfect accuracy on them is so difficult. We could still see everything change in those final couple notes. We still have the formless desync as well. And China does manage to take it. Very unfortunate misses from Sparxe, but it means that they're unable to close out the match with formless on the double S on this map as well. Iron very, very close behind on the 1-200. Good place from everyone all around, but that is really, really crucial breakpoint there for China. And we're still at match point. Australia needs one pick to win. And, you know, that gets them through into the winners finals. China need to win their next pick. They have to pick between Speed 1 and Speed 2. And that will force a tiebreaker, which is Super Memories from Joke 2. Alright, giving the players a bit of time to think about it. Because this final decision that China make just pretty much makes or breaks it here. All the players have avoided speed. And there's probably a reason for that. I think both teams are either just a bit unknown on what will happen on it, and they just don't feel super confident themselves. Both players played Busy Come Busy Go last week. Australia A winning that one as the best score in the weekend with 1,909,000. And China were very close behind in the number 3 position with a score of 1,895,000. So a score difference of just under 15,000. But that was on an easier map as well. Well, at least at an easier pool. So it looks like we might have a roll for what map we're going to go for. But either way, they're going to go for Speed 1, which is Bison Charge.
Now, how would you chalk up the differences between the 2 speed maps here?
So Bison Charge is from Joke 1, and the other one is from Joke 3. So they're from very, very different times. Bison Charge is, I believe it's a lower BPM, but the bursts on it are longer. So yeah, like especially towards the end of the map, you have to be able to consistently stream 243 BPM, which not many people can do, especially consistently, keeping the accuracy high. Mechanically, overall, I would say that Speed 2 is just like more difficult. It has like a bit more going on, like more rhythm variation in that. This map has a bit more downtime. But here we go. This could potentially be the last map of the match. We're either seeing Australia take the win, or we're going to tiebreaker.
I am on the edge of my seat.
Iron misses.
Oh, and a drop from Iron.
Everyone nailing the 1-3.
China's really pulling ahead now.
Oh, Lupe misses
and I've
though.
just ghosted them, oh dear.
You have. Formless as
and
well.
Formless is gone as well, no. I'll keep my mouth shut in the future, oh dear.
They're still in the lead though, thanks to the
Absolutely.
accuracy from Sparxe being down at the low 98s.
But that lead is closing fast as it goes down.
Absolutely, they just really need to not give up here. It's such a minimal lead for China. Every single number. Australia actually barely taking the lead.
Out.
So we still have some bursts here, but nothing too difficult. It's going to come down to the final streams where it's just coming up now.
This could go absolutely anywhere. Here we go.
Lupe misses. Sparxe misses, but it's too late. Australia have taken the final point, denying China of that chance on the tiebreaker and winning the match 6-4 in a really back and forth battle between both of these two teams.
What an excellent all-round performance we saw there. That is just
Absolutely. I saw way too many V1 double S's for my liking. As someone that may have to go against these teams a bit later on in this tournament. But huge congratulations to Australia A for winning this match, getting into the winners finals, guaranteeing that top 3 podium position, and they have done so much work to get there and earn it. China though, from what we've seen, you might be going down to the losers bracket, but you are not losers at all.
Absolutely.
There's only one more week you only have 1 week of finals, 2 matches, I believe, to determine your ability to get into that podium position yourselves and refight either Australia A or, either Japan or the UK, whoever that may be in that match that we determine later on this weekend. But China, they've shown that they have a lot of capability in order to get there, so I'm very much looking forward to seeing what they can pull off on the finals pool next week.
We could seriously see China coming back from a vengeance here.
Absolutely, yeah. I can see it happening. But let's see, what are we doing now? We have a couple of matches coming up as well. So I believe we'll probably be switching over to the ongoing United States C versus France match in the losers bracket. I will be staying. I don't know if you want to stay.
I unfortunately have to go, but it's been great commentating with you.
That is okay. I can handle it on my own. I am not bitter.
You're not bitter you're being abandoned and left.
I have.
By yourself.
Woe is me.
Well, I'll bid my farewell and say to everyone, I hope you enjoy the rest of the matches. There's going to be some great stuff this weekend.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Alright, here we are. So we'll catch up on all the other details so far, but what we can see here, United States C on 2 points and France on 0. We have a pick, don't know what team it is, but USC is in the lead.
You need a commentator.
No, I don't actually. Get out.
Oh, okay, bye-bye.
Bye. What did I just say? Get out!
No, I'm staying.
Fine,
You cannot make me leave.
Well, guess I'll have to begrudgingly introduce you. Hey guys, this is my co-caster, Sparxe.
That's
He's
me.
a pain.
I am.
Welcome to the stream.
Looks like United States C won that.
I think they did, yeah. Looking really strong there. Very Basil,
Nice.
hello?
Nice 37 300s.
That's the casual score.
Yeah.
Corey with the 1 miss, doing really well there too. France, good scores as well, but unfortunately just not quite able to compare with a 990 and a 976.
Yeah.
Now that map is over, we should probably get a bit of a better overview of what's been going on this map.
So that was United States C's pick. So maybe they've been picking rice.
Oh, here we go. The bans were United States C banning both Charlotte and Spider Tang. An incredible move never seen before.
They just took France's ban. They rolled so high.
The secret 1 in 2 billion chance to roll 101.
Yeah.
Okay, they played Charlotte. Okay, seems like Bison Charge was meant to be the ban, and Charlotte was a pick.
That's fair, that map is a pain.
Yeah. What are your opinion? No, like, you know, other than just a pain, what are your opinions of Bison Charge?
Other than that it's a pain? Oh, that's a tough ask.
Yeah, I want 3 things, including it's a pain.
OD10, 243 BPM, and 1/3.
1/3's not that bad.
Yeah, but when they're like in the middle of just nowhere, they kinda,
True, I guess
they
so.
catch you. They spook you a bit.
A bit scary.
Yeah. Also, death streams.
True.
At the end.
Yeah, the end's kind of rough. Alright, here we are. I think we've got everything sorted now.
Yeah, France continuing their LN streak, going for elevator.
Alright. I'm not I know that both of these teams had quite the ordeal getting this match scheduled, so I don't know what players are available for each team.
Yeah, it's a miracle that we even have this match in the first place.
Honestly, yeah. So we're seeing the classic duo of Era Basil and Corey for the United States C. And we have Adri and Lazozoyan for France. Adri being a 1K veteran. I believe Lazozoyan being a newcomer to 1K for this World Cup.
Yeah.
Oh, Chernobog has an injury and Pato's in California.
The Zozoyan was not awake for the first 50 notes or so.
Oh. Oh no. Being down at 55,
I think, are they aborting it? I don't know, Basil's gone now. So it's like, a meteor has just struck.
I mean, when I dropped out of mine, it didn't get reset. Hey, that's not fair. When I dropped out, my score wasn't accepted. No, you can't be doing that.
Did you do it 30 seconds after the map started?
I think so. But I still played the map. I had a score, but it shouldn't get accepted.
I didn't accept the tapes.
No. They were fake. They were right to not accept it. I faked the whole
I
thing.
went in boss mode.
Purposefully faked like a 930k score in quarterfinals.
Yeah. You're the best at faking scores. You can do it in like a minute.
Yep.
Less than that.
Okay, here we go. Let's give this another go. I really want to comment on what was posted in general, but I feel like I can't say it on the stream.
Yeah, that might be a bit problematic.
Yeah.
Not blushed, blushed. In particular.
Alright, let's give this map another go.
Alright, we already have all four playing.
Corey with an early miss. Lazozoyan remembering to hit the notes for the most
Except for
part.
there.
They hit more than last time. So we'll
That's
take
true.
it. Adri fighting
Yeah,
some misses
Adri.
of their own, giving USC the early lead.
On the 5 plits. But this is like the full LM section, pretty much.
Going to our more simplistic PI. And that everyone is
Basil doing their best to carry. With that 99.86.
I wouldn't really say that Basil needs to carry, considering Corey is still over 99%.
That is true, they have recovered a lot.
Higher than both of the players inside of France. Oh, every single player missing on the 1-3.
Yes. Yeah, that is the tricky part of this last section.
Maybe 1-3 isn't alright, as I said earlier.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying. Those cheeky 1/3s.
Alright, coming to our outro. The United States C does have the lead. It looks like they will be taking a second
These
break
elements
win
are
away from
deceptively
France.
difficult to hack.
I'd be very surprised if the accuracy difference managed to make the United States C lose at 60,000 score, though.
Yeah. It would be funny,
It would be pretty hilarious.
but alas, it is not meant to be.
There it is.
A lot closer than the last map, though.
Yeah, great scores all round. Both players in France getting 920Ks, which is still really good for this stage. Corey matching that as well, so Era Basil being the main difference here. But it's back over to the United States C. They have the opportunity to make this into a point scenario. Might be having a sweep on our hands.
Oh no. France, quick. Beat them. With hammers.
They're taking their time to make their pick. They're in a bit of a rough spot, so I think we can forgive them for that.
I guess for once.
And we're gonna go for Rice 3. Going into the United States' C's territory. Taking up one of their Rice picks, like for a Shadow Castle.
Whoa. Another joke one map.
Yeah, we've kind of been joke one and joyless this pool. They're not in too much of a bad way.
Yeah. I think it can only go it can only go up from look at her.
Yeah, yeah. Ideally, anyway.
I don't think it's physically possible for it not to. So we're in good hands, I think.
Do you think we could look at her lump, but just look at her like nothing else, just that one map?
Why would you want that?
Because it's the funny challenge map on who can get 1 million.
Oh, I mean, if CRT managed to get loved, anything can happen.
Yeah. Here we go. The accuracy stream map.
Ooh, everybody doing well.
We do have another 3.5 minutes to go though. Adri
Oh, Alan's coming
right
in.
at the end of the stream.
Adri
This is
picking up a
honestly-
few 200s.
Why is this map more of a hybrid than AO Infinity? Like, you could swap the maps around and it makes sense.
Yeah, joke one rice maps were kind of funky.
Everyone's still holding on to that full combo though. Accuracy in favor of the United States C though.
Yeah, but any miss can change that.
Absolutely, especially if one of them column walks.
Very long stream, but nobody finding any issues hitting it. And of course, the moment Balance come in, we see act drops again.
Helens are just too hard.
Yeah, Alan's in my stream map. What the heck?
Adri with
Oh,
the first
no.
miss of the map. That makes Swindon extending the lead for the United States just that bit further.
That is devastating. but the 3 other players in the lobby are still absolutely crushing them up.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Corey just up at 99.6 now.
Yeah, the last stream I think here. And that's it.
Yeah, unfortunately, Adri just wasn't quite able to keep up on this map.
Hmm.
But look at the accuracies from everyone else. 1 200 from Basil, 4 200s from Zazoyan, and 6 200s from Corey.
Yeah. Was Zoyan actually beating out Corey? When they go for AO Infinity next.
It's almost the same map.
Yeah.
Does have its
Basically.
differences though. It is faster and has less LN, which is what France kind of struggled on. So maybe this will play more into.
I don't know about less LN. This has was like 1/3 LNs.
Yeah, I mean like the LN is. It's kind of like less.
Pretty simple.
Intrusive.
Pretty
I don't know how to
shrimpable.
put it. Yeah, it's a trimble.
But yeah, it's still difficult map to hack just by where it's from.
Another long one, 3.5 minutes.
Yeah,
But
but
United
a bit
States-
faster.
Yeah, United States is now at match point. All they need to do is take this map for themselves, and they win the match 6-0. So France have really got to be looking at going for the reverse sweep now.
Oh, yeah, this is a losers bracket match. Yo, they're going. Let's see if France can defend themselves from getting swept.
Here we go.
No V2 double S's remain.
It's over. To restart.
Yeah. They should all play with perfect mod.
How many times would it take us to get to the end of the map? I don't think we ever would.
Yeah, I don't think it's possible. Even with like the Japanese team.
I think it's like kind of crazy that like it is possible, but just no one can do it. Like no
Yeah.
one has that level of consistency, like to just do something like that. Like you cannot 1-0 maps.
Well, it is possible on Rice,
Yeah,
but when there's LNs involved, it just gets so much harder. The ratio.
looks like everyone's doing really well so far though, despite the LNs in this KI.
Yeah, it's just that 0.2% hack from Basil that's putting USC on top.
I did see some 200s come out from Basil though. Or maybe there's just one, probably just one. So the US does have the lead, but it's only about 2,000 points.
Yeah, very close. no, this is Zion hitting very early.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that
Okay.
score difference
Oh.
has grown to over 5,000 now.
Alright, the 1/3.
Looks like it's not too much trouble for anyone.
Yeah, but Lazoyan still picking up those act drops from hitting too early. I think it would take a miss from United States C for France to take the lead now. The hack is too low.
It can't even just be a single miss. I think it needs to be like a couple misses and a good accuracy drop.
Like 7 in a row. If they could do that sometime soon. It's
I
not
don't think
working.
they're gonna do it. I think it's gonna be good.
A bit too good.
Here's the outro.
And yeah, there's nothing left. It's gonna be a quad FC.
Yeah, it truly just does come down to accuracy alone, as we have Quad FC on the board.
Look at that.
Yeah. The ratios as well as the 200 count really heavily in favor of the United States C, as they take the 6th and final point of the match, sweeping France and moving on through the losers bracket.
Nothing under a 200 in that map.
Yeah. So everyone very, very consistent on that one. Just the United States just slightly more consistent. And that's all it came down to.
Hmm.
So let's see.
Yeah. I think
So,
United
the-
States C has a chance to face USA B if they win their match.
No, the both the other USs are at the other side of the losers.
Ah, right, I was thinking of USA. Alright.
So the United States C is going to be going against Malaysia A in semifinals round 2 of the losers bracket. And then the winner of that one will go on to face the loser of Japan versus the United Kingdom.
Yeah, and it says 6-0 there, but that was actually a win by default for Malaysia, so Malaysia actually has more intel on USC than the other way around.
Yeah, should be an exciting match because the United States C is seed 6 and Malaysia is seed 7.
Yeah, right next to each other.
So that's surely got to be a closer match. And I believe that match is starting in 5 minutes.
Already.
We're
Dang.
pretty non-stop today.
Yeah. I do think I might head out though.
Yeah, I need to go to work. I was asked if I could do a bit of overtime today to help stock some shelves. On my day off.
Damn.
I know.
They don't know you're a pro 1K player.
Exactly. I need to work on my priorities. I'll quit my job for 1K.
Yeah. Alright. Anyway, thanks everyone for sticking around. Well, the next match is coming up, but we don't know who's going to be commentating, but it's not us.
Yeah,
So-
we're out of here.
Yeah, have fun with that. And bye, guys.
Goodbye.